Good morning students, student of class 5. Now today we have discussed chapter 11 geometry. So first one is the concept is angles. So in the daily life where we have commonly see our everyday life, all the pictures like scissor, angle between arm, angle between the hands of the clock. So first we discuss about the parts of angle. So first is the angles. If we take example, angle AOB, the common end point A is also with the vertex, that is the O, that is the vertex, which is called vertex, and these are the arms. Arms are OA and OB. OA and OB are the arms of the angle. So we write name of the different types of this angle. Symbol of this is this AOB or BOA. When we write the name of the angle, the vertex always remain in the between of these two, AOB or BOA. So this time we have to write the naming of the angle. Interior and exterior of the angle, the points are P and Q, R and S. So P and Q are the interior region of the angle, and R and S are the points of exterior region of the angle. How can we measure the angle? The unit of measuring the angle is degree. Measurement of an angle is the amount of measure of the turn between two rays about the vertex or the opening between the two rays. For example, we take 45 degree. So degree is the unit of angle. Protractor, the measurement of angle done by using a protractor. And what is protractor? So protractor is a D-shaped instrument. This type. In the student geometry box, which is made of transparent plastic. Outer scale and inner scale. There are two scales are given. One is outer and other is inner. Inner scale is from 180 to 0 going to anti-clockwise. 180 to 0 inner scale, and outer 0 to 180 going clockwise. So first we discuss exercise 11A. Exercise 11A. Fill in the blanks. First, the common initial point of an angle is called. So common initial point is called vertex. PQR is same as. So PQR is same as RQP. Because the vertex always comes in between R and P, so PQR is same as RQP. And two rays forming of an angle are called arms of the angle. Two rays, these are the arms of the angle. Arms of the angles. And the unit of measurement of an angle, that is degree. Unit is degree to measurement of angle. The cut side of the is marked with degrees. Cut side of the protractor. So we have to fill here protractor. And the straight edge of the protractor is also called the baseline. Straight edge is also called baseline. This line is called also baseline. Baseline. Question number 2, check with the help of protractor whether the measurement of following angle are correct or not. So you have to check using angle, measure the angle by protractor, then check the angle is correct or not. Similarly, question number 3, measuring the following angles with the help of protractor and write your answer in the blank below each angle. You have to measure and do yourself. Similarly, question number 4, draw the angles with the following measurement: 25 degree, 125 minute, 76 degree, 176 degree. So draw all the angles using protractor. Now we have to discuss classification of angles on the basis of degree measured. First one is the acute angle. When angle is less than 90 but more than 0 is called acute angle. And right angle is measure is 90 degree, and obtuse more than 90 but less than 180, and straight angle that is equal to 180 degree, and complete angle that is 60 degree, 360 degree, and reflex more than 180 but less than 360 degree, and 0 degree angle where we have straight line, that 0 degree angle. So according to the basis of classification of angles, we have discussed the exercise 11b. In exercise 11b, measure each of the following angle using protractor. Write the measurement along with the types of angle. So you have to solve the question by yourself. Question number 2, classify the following angles on the basis of their degree measures. So second one part, degree is given 15 degree. So 15 degree that is less than 90. So that is acute angle. The B part 105 degree. So this amount is more than 90. So that means this is the obtuse angle. Next 30 degree less than 90, that is acute. 300 degree more than 180, that means reflex angle. And 68 less than 90, that means that is acute. 86 also less than 90, it is also acute. And 180 degree, that is straight angle. And 360 complete angle, and 0 degree. In question number 3, a figure is given. You have to color the acute angle with red, and obtuse angles with blue, and right angles with green, and reflex angle with black, and straight angles with yellow pencils. So solve the question by yourself. Now question number 4, give an example in terms of degree measures for each of the following. One is done for you. 3 angles such as their sum is straight angle. 3 angle, their sum is straight angle. So take care, 3 angles are 60 degree and 60 degree and 60 degree. So when we add all these 3 angles, so we get 60 plus 60, 120, and 120 plus 60, 180 degree. And 180 degree is called straight angle. The C part, 2 angles and 1 obtuse and 1 reflex. Condition is given, एक एंगल आपका obtuse होना चाहिए और दूसरा reflex. उनको ऐड करने पर we get complete angle. 1 obtuse and 1 reflex. So if we take 120 degree, it is more than 90, that means it is obtuse angle, and more than 120 reflex. So 240. If we take 240, when we add these 2 angles, so we get complete angle 360. 120 is obtuse, more than 90, and 240 is reflex. So one is obtuse and other is reflex. When we add both these 2 angles, so we get the measure of 360 degree. It is called complete angle. Now the new exercise 11C, where types of lines. So first one is the intersecting lines. Types of lines. Intersecting lines. So when two or more lines that meet or cross each other in a plane are called intersecting lines. If we take example through a figure, that is line M and L, line L and line M intersect or cross to each other at point O. So that means these are the intersecting lines, and this point O is called point of intersection. This O is called point of intersection. Two lines intersect at one and only one point. Examples are road traffic sign are crossing each other in nature. Trees are crossing each other in nature. Then parallel lines. So two lines in the same plane that never intersect are called parallel lines. दो ऐसी लाइन जो कभी भी एक्सटेंड करने पर एक दूसरे को क्रॉस नहीं करती हैं, क्या होती है आपकी पैरेलल लाइंस. जैसे जिम्नास्टिक बार एंड रेलवे ट्रैक, these are the examples of parallel lines. So parallel lines are always at the same distance apart and lying on the same plane, never intersect. Then perpendicular line. If you take one line horizontal and other is the vertical line at the angle of 90 degree, that means these lines are perpendicular to each other. These angles are perpendicular to each other. Symbol of perpendicular, if we take line L and line M, so L perpendicular to M, and symbol of parallel, L parallel M. So exercise 11C. Exercise 11C. Complete the following table. Figure 1 is given. L parallel to M, type of line parallel, number of point of intersection, that is 0. In the B part, two intersections are given. So write here intersecting and number of point of intersection, so that is 1. And C the coincide line, where two lines are one to each other, line M and line L. These are the coincide. Infinite points are there, intersecting points. Thus to draw a plane L and then draw it. You have to solve the question by yourself. In the question number 3, write according to figure. Identify the kind of line, parallel, perpendicular or both. So in the first, both parallel and perpendicular. In B, parallel lines are, and C, perpendicular and parallel both. Then question number 4, look at the cuboid, all the angles made of vertices. Right here, so lines and types of line, AE and BF, these are the parallel lines, and AD and BC also parallel, and FG and GF, they are also parallel, and DH and CD, so these are perpendicular, and AB and BC also perpendicular, and FB and BF, these are coinciding lines. Now question number 5, in letter H by perpendicular and parallel line segment as shown. Write two more letters where we have seen both types of line. Start the questions. Now the next we have discussed polygons. Exercise 11D. Polygons. So first we know about the polygon. A simple closed figure made by three line segments, minimum three lines. Some polygons are given when we having three sides, triangle, when we have four sides, quadrilateral, when we have five, pentagon. Then first we know about the triangle. Let a triangle ABC. So vertex are here A, B and C. Sides AB, BC and CA. And angles. Angles are angle A and angle B and angle C. So a triangle is a special polygon because it has the least number of sides. Define a polygon made up of three line segments. Then angle sum property. Angle sum property of a triangle. The sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal 180 degree. This is the angle sum property of triangles. Then triangle inequality property. Triangle inequality property. So the triangle inequality property, the sum of the length of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the length of the third side. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. If we take triangle XYZ, take 4, 5 and 6. These are the sides of triangle. If we add the xy plus yz, 4 plus 5, this is equals to 9 is greater than 6. And 5 plus 6, 11. 11 is greater than 4. And 6 plus 4, 10. 10 is greater than 5. Then the classification of triangle on the basis of their sides and angles. Scalene angle when the all sides are different. Isosceles when two sides are equal is called isosceles triangle, and equilateral when all the three sides are equal. On the basis of angle, acute angle triangle when all the angles of triangle are acute, and the obtuse when one angle is more than 90, that means one angle is obtuse, then triangle is called obtuse angle triangle. And the right angle triangle when the one angle is right angle, that means one angle is 90 degree, then the angle is called right angle triangle. So now we have discussed exercise 11D. So first one is the cross the shapes that are not polygon. So where we have curved line in figure 1, A, B and C, we have curved lines, that means these are the not polygons. In question number 2, count the number of sides, number of angles and each polygon, write your conclusion. So second, first part, a triangle is given. So number of sides equal, in triangle we have 3, and number of angles also equal 3. Similarly, B is the quadrilateral where we have 4 sides and 4 angles, and the C1 is a pentagon, so sides are 5 and angles are also 5, and D, that is a hexagon, so sides are 6 and angles are also 6, and E is a heptagon, so sides are 7 and angles are also 7. Now question number 3, what is the minimum number of sides required to make a polygon? So minimum number of sides in a triangle. How many sides? 3 sides in a triangle. Question number 4, find the value of unknown angle. Value of unknown angle. So angle 1 is given 40 degree. Angle 2 is given 50 degree. Find the angle 3, that is the unknown angle. And we know that by angle sum property, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. Put the value of 1 and 2. So 40 plus 50 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. Add 40, 50, 90. So angle 3 equal 180 minus 90. So angle 3 equal 90 degree. So unknown angle is 90 degree. So this time we have to solve the B and C part of this question. Now question number 5, can a triangle have the side, these sides length 4, 7, 3, 5, 8, 4 centimeter, 7 centimeter and 3 centimeter. So check here, 4 plus 3, 7. 7 equals 7. So that is no, not possible. Because equal. Check the B part. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6 and 7. So 5 plus 6, 11 greater than 7. The second, 6 plus 7, 13 greater than 5. The third, 7 plus 5, 12. 12 greater than 6. That is S. Triangle is possible. Because in triangle inequality property, the sum of all the two sides is always greater than third side. Now question number 6, what the special name given to a polygon? First 7 sides, we know that heptagon. 10 side, decagon. Question number 7, read the statement and take the correct option. So first one is, which are the following set of angles represent a right angle triangle? First one is 90, 45, 45. So in this option we have 90 degree. So that means it is a right angle triangle. Represent a isosceles triangle. 7B. Represent an isosceles triangle. So 7 centimeter and 7 centimeter and 7 centimeter. So these all three sides are equal. So they are also equilateral and also is also select isosceles triangle. An equivalent triangle have two sides 10 and 10. What the length of third side? So two sides are 10 and 10. So third side also is 10. So third side equal 10 centimeter. Because in an equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal. Now question number 8. Draw the figure of an equilateral triangle and isosceles scalene on the dot grid. Solve the question by yourself. Now that we have 3D shapes, net of some 3D shapes. So exercise 11E, the net of some 3D shapes are given. A net is 2D represented of 3D shapes. So net of cube like this, net of cuboid, net of cone and net of cylinder. So with the help of these nets you have to join each other following matching net. Exercise 11E. So first with the cylinder. First matching is to the C. Second is the cube. Second matching with D. And third is a triangular pyramid with A. And fourth is a cone with E. And 5 is a cuboid with B. This time we have to match. So in this video we have completed the chapter 11 geometry. We have discussed all the exercise 11A, 11B, C and D and E. So you have to solve the questions. If you have any doubt, PDF is also available on the school app. Solve the questions. If you have any doubt, then ask in the WhatsApp class, also on maths group. Thank you, students.